Currently outside in the dewy morning because, you know, sometimes waking up and laying there, for me, it makes me lazy. So this morning I got up. We didn't really have anything planned for the morning, so I'm like, you know what? Let's go to the park, girl. Update on me, I have been really, like, I guess you could say killing it at this whole like journey to full-time thing. I have been working kind of non-stop. I shot a video a week for the last 4 weeks, and buddy, help my shoes. Ugh. You know, when you're a little kid, you just used to love outside so much more. If you cannot see me, I cannot see you, friend. Okay, got it? Thank you. Moving on, I have shot a video a week, like I said, and I have also done my first maternity shoots and my first newborn shoot. So apparently this is like the time of year that people are just popping out kids, so woo. And then I have another maternity shoot coming up and possibly another newborn one. What are you doing? It's just a little bit too cold for you to wear a regular shirt out here. Yes, put it up. That's not how you do that. Please hold. So we're back. I had to get us together real fast. But so yeah, I've been doing all of those things, and it's been like 9 weeks since I've been with my sister, which is when I quit my job. It's been just like a really great time. And in all of this like juggling and trying to like plow through just all of these things, I've realized, and this has really been on my mind lately, but I've realized like my time is like my most valuable asset right now because I'm in control of 100% of it. Like I dictate when I do things, and I've been learning to say no more, which is very hard for me. And I've been learning just to kind of be like, okay, what do I need to do for me and for my family and just like all my priorities for the day. And so I was talking to my husband, I was talking to my sister, and essentially what I've been kind of battling with, not only in this 9-week period, but just like in the year, how can I be like hustling 100% of the time and balance that with still being like a good friend? I have to say I haven't been doing that well. I've been not the best friend this year, and it came to kick me in my butt like a week ago. So essentially the story is that I ended up in a conversation with one of my really, really, really good friends that ended up in us like holding each other accountable, calling out some character things, and really just holding that mirror up to each other. And it was not the most comfortable thing on either one of our parts, but I will say that it was much needed. And so, you know, when you have to be brutally honest with a friend, you just never know how it's gonna go. The attitudes were a little high at first, and then we just came to the realization that, hey, we're in 2 different phases of our lives. I'm married, you're single, and we have 2 different perspectives right now, which is fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I think that us learning to deal with each other really then the wind is taking everything away. All right. Ava, hold on. First of all, you have dirt all over you. Come here. I don't know how you did this while you were just sitting there in front of me.
Ow, ow, ow.
No. Okay. We're back. So what we did realize in our conversation is that adulting is a lot, and then adulting while trying to be a good friend is a whole nother thing. And what we need to do is to give our friendship maintenance, if you will. Just making sure that we're giving each other intentional time, we're giving each other, like, we're communicating, and it's really like a relationship, y'all. but that we're doing that with each other. It was definitely a difficult conversation to have. It was hard. It's very hard for me. I don't like confrontation, so it's very hard for me to like say exactly what I'm thinking. Not that I don't want to be honest with you, but it's just hard to say, like, hey, you're not good at this. Like, you're doing this really badly. Or, hey, this is not something you do. You know what I mean? Like, it's never been in your character to be this way, so I have to now tell you about this. And it's also difficult to hear that said to you and, like, own it. Like, yes, I take responsibility for not texting and calling back in a timely fashion. My bad. What I'm realizing, and just what's really been on my mind since that conversation, is that in every phase of your life, you have to figure out how you can still be a good friend. So in every life stage, you just have to figure out, like, the difference between the physical and the emotional support, because it is like that dual. You know, it's like, okay, so in this phase of my life, I can't physically be everywhere, but I will call you back, I will text you back, I will FaceTime you back in a timely manner, because I care about you and I value you. And if you're going through something that you want to share with me, I'm gonna be there for you. I haven't been the best at that this year. If you guys watch my video from, I don't know, whatever, I'll link it right now. But I've been going through, like, I don't know, because I can't diagnose myself, but it's probably depression. So I haven't really been feeling like communicating. I really haven't been feeling like being my normal self, which is really, it really sucks, honestly, because I just can't understand why I can't just be myself, and why I have been just like withdrawn a little bit, or just like a little bit sad just randomly. And so all of this has affected that friendship and the detriment. And it's not that it's not bad that I was feeling this way. It's just that I didn't communicate that. So on her side, she just felt like I didn't want to talk, or, I just was being short and like attitude-y for no reason. And that's how things, like, that miscommunication is how, like, attitudes flare and friendships break off, because then you feel like, oh, she doesn't understand me, or oh, they don't understand what I'm going through, but I didn't communicate it. So all that being said, the conversation ended well. It ended in a place of love, as all our conversations really do. And we got to share actually things that couldn't be shared earlier because of the miscommunication and the angst. But what I'm learning is that I just need to be more transparent, and that's just like in all areas of my life. Transparency is such a uncomfortable thing, and like I said, I don't like confrontation, so transparency is just that. And I feel like God has me where he has me right now, because he's trying to help me practice, like, and sort of just like push me in that direction. So many times we try to like go through things alone and then tell people later, but it's like, it's important to share, because you never know how helpful that release might be, or how helpful like their advice might be, or just like saying it out loud. So yeah, that's story time for today. I've been a not so great friend this year, and I'm trying not to beat myself up about it, because you just never want to be called out on your character, and sometimes it's needed, because you do need to like refocus yourself. So anyway, how have you guys been balancing adulting and friendship? Like, how have you been balancing your hustle and still being a good friend? Like, how does that work for you? Do you have any advice? Okay, she did it apparently. But anyway, if you guys liked this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you want notifications, you can ring that little bell as well. I'll see you guys in my next video.